Welcome back to the channel, guys. So today I'm starting the vlog pretty late. It's already like almost 8:30, so I'm only gonna have a little bit of time, but I'm currently working on this bumper, and it is actually a 2001 style rear bumper, so that way I could put the rear valises on them. But this bumper is in a little rough condition. There's a small part right here that is dented in. Not that I can really do about that, just because if I put bond over it, all it's going to do is end up showing a high spot. There was a bow here in the center as well that had a divot in it, so I fixed that. But there's a bow right here as well, so I'm thinking it probably got rear-ended at one point, but it's looking like there's some scratches here and there, but it was $10 or $20 or something like that. But I already went ahead and started working on it. I didn't want to bore you guys with the process of putting Bondo and sanding and Bondo and sanding and all that good stuff, so I'll go ahead and skip to the time lapse where I'll shoot it with some of the filled primer, and that's probably as far as we're gonna get with it tonight. I'm gonna check it tomorrow, make sure all these swirl marks and these scratches are out. I'm hoping that's what the filler primer is for. I do have 2 cans of it, so we'll see how it goes. If you want to go ahead, start it out. Let's see your painting skills. Too close, way too close. Let's get a little further back. You want to start right here. Let's see how well you do. Nope, you're already done.
It's a big ass.
Already running right there. Now I'm gonna have to wait for that to dry so I can sand it again. So
it's a big ass. That's what we drew here.
So
only at David Hack's channel.
Thank you.
No, thank you
for doing that for me. So now I gotta do a little more sanding and prep again. Thanks for that. But anyways, yeah, I'll go ahead and throw you guys on the tripod. We'll do a quick time lapse. And I like doing stuff like that. I actually like watching a lot of videos of people painting time lapse and everything like that. It's pretty satisfying just seeing the paint go on the canvas. So I will film that for you guys because, like I said, that's something I enjoy as well. So anyways, let's see if Chang got any. Come on, Chang, shoot. Show me something. Show me. Anyway, just start painting.
Oh.
No, it's too windy.
I feel the wind. Hold on.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead, shoot it. Yeah, oh. Okay, not bad, not bad. But worse. So bad. No, it's actually not that bad. We're just gonna have to layer it on here and there.
You guys,
but
vote. Whose is better? Mine?
Yeah, right. Alright, guys. So I'm throwing you on the tripod real quick. Alright, guys. So I changed up the location a little bit. I'm in the backyard now, but the hedges here, it's a little less windy. So that way I can get more paint onto the bumper, then have the wind blow it away. Alright, guys, so basically what I'm doing is I'm looking for areas like that where I'm gonna be basically just going over and over and over again until it starts to cover up, and then that way I don't have to go over it with Bondo or anything like that. So just looking for little blemishes here and there, stuff like that. I don't know, this ain't really gonna cover any of that, but once it's painted black, you know, they won't see it, and then once it gets wrapped, it'll be completely okay. Won't even see it. So I'm just trying to fill in stuff like that in areas. So let's see here. See if I can get the camera to focus, but pretty much something like that. So I'm gonna let this sit for a couple minutes. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna hit those problem areas once again, and then I'll put on a base coat of primer, and then we'll shoot some gloss over that. And then I do have some clear coat, which is just in a can. It's not the 2K that I like to use, but I'm just gonna throw the clear on it just so it's got a little bit of a better gloss to it for the meantime, so that way it doesn't look so crazy or such a huge eyesore on when I put it on the car. All right, guys, so bumper is looking pretty good. Don't mind all the stripes and all that and everything. This is just the high build primer that is going on. I also have another can of just regular primer that will go on as well, and that kind of concerns me a little bit, but I think those are just heavy spots that right here. So I went a little heavy right there, kind of run, but I was trying to fill in one of these little divots, I believe. There's a couple of small ones here and there. There's a couple of divots around this area that I just kind of hit real hard, and it filled it all in. So once I put the paint over it, or the primer and then paint, everything should be good. But before it gets too dark out, I'm going to paint this, or I'm going to hit this with a little bit of the adhesion promoter, and then after I get the adhesion promoter on here, then I'm going to give it a quick shot of some black. Alright, so that's good. Alright, I'm gonna let that sit for a little while, and then I'm gonna put a small coat of black right over the whole thing, so that way it covers the adhesion promoter, that way nothing touches it and messes it up later. So I'll be right back here in a second to do that. Alright guys, so it's starting to get really dark out now, and what I got is just some of this automotive enamel, so I'm just gonna put Alright, I think that's going to be good. So I'm going to go ahead and let that sit out here, and we'll check up on it tomorrow when it's dried out. What's up, guys? So it is now the next day, and currently it is 102 degrees, and I think that's probably going to hit 108 today. It's pretty crazy, but this is how the rear balances turned out. And I just have this cheap can of clear. I just want to shoot that right over it, just to have something more than just the exposed paint. I know these things suck and they don't, not the best, but whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot that real quick, and then as that's drying, we'll prep the, we'll primer the rest of the rear bumper, and then sand down wherever I need to, and then I'll shoot some black over that. So stay tuned. Well, that didn't work out too well. Alright, so you guys can see that. the moment the clear coat went right on there, it just peeled right up. So that's awesome. Alright, well, looks like I'm gonna have to sand this one down and reshoot it. Not doing that clear coat. So you guys don't use that. It's crap. This is the other side. I didn't spray anything on that, so that side's fine. I just washed it off real quick. But this side here, I had to resand. So I hit it with 600 grit sandpaper and wet sanded it. So shoot a quick coat on there real quick, see how it looks. Alright, so the first layer looked like it went on okay. And let it sit for a second since it's over 100 degrees. I think in a minute it should be dry. So give it a couple more coats. Hopefully some of that will start going away. The rest of it's not looking too bad, this up area. But this is the side that's going to be facing the car. So hopefully I could get it back to looking like that. So let's give it a minute, let it sit. And I'll put a couple more coats over it. So after it sat for a minute, it's looking a lot better. I'm gonna go ahead and put on the second coat. Alright, so that second coat went on way better. We'll let that sit here for a little while. And then maybe see about putting maybe a third coat. But I think this is it. It looks good. I'm gonna pull it out of the sun so it doesn't bake too crazy. Alright, so like I said, I didn't want to bore you guys, but filming me sanding everything down, so I sanded that down real quick. This isn't by any means the best bumper. It was wrecked. There's some cracks here, and then there's a high spot right around the center of it. But I do want to get it painted so I can get it on the car. That way I'm not destroying the fiberglass piece of the diffuser that I put on there, which I already bent one of the brackets, so I'm gonna have to fix that. But for now, I'm gonna give it Alright guys, so the camera overheated while I was painting, but went ahead and finished it up. I could probably use another can of paint, to be honest. There's some spots that are good and some spots that are not. So just here, use more paint. But it is what it is. It's just so I can replace the other one. That way this one gets beat up instead of that one. So we get this, the ballasts put on, and we'll have that installed. Alright guys, so it's the next day and I'm picking up the camera very late. Pretty much spent the whole day at the river. But here we have this one, so all I'm going to do is pull off the diffuser, pull the rear bumper off, swap that bracket that's underneath here over to that, and put that on. But something I found was the rear ballasts that I painted didn't go on very well, so I'm figuring that out. So, but in the meantime, I'm going to get this bumper on that. And this is what I was talking about. So that is already bent because I'm pretty sure I hit something backing out, but I don't want to damage that any further. And the same thing with the side skirt. I cracked it right there. So I'm gonna have to fix that when this comes off. I don't even know when that happened, but I'm ready to just park this car. It's getting beat up. I'm using it too much for work. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this rear bumper off real quick. Alright boys, we got the 2001 front bumper on. I still gotta tighten up the sides, but there it is. So, like I said, I got the rear ballasts here as well. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with that because it is not wanting to go onto there. So I think this should be this side. It should go on right there and wrap right around. That's not happening. Let's see, let's try this one. Yeah, I mean, that's not even close. So, not quite sure what's going on with these. I bought these a while back. I never put them on, but they did sit in the car for a while, so I wonder if they got warped. So, I don't know. You guys let me know if you guys have, any of you guys ran into this problem, because it's supposed to go in like so. Right into there. So, still pretty, yeah, I'm not sure. I think they might have warped. Probably just gonna send the screw right there, pull that side around, maybe heat it with the heat gun, see if I can get that on there. Alright guys, so after about 30 minutes of wrestling around with those rear ballasts, I ended up not even getting them on. And when it hooked up to that, it kind of took a weird dive down. So I'm not even sure what's going on with it. Also, when I did try to bend it to fit, it also hung over the bumper by almost 2 inches. So I don't know what's going on with that. I just tossed them up there to get rid of them. I'll just buy a new set. It's very unfortunate. The company that I originally bought these for is no longer a company on eBay or something like that, but I've also found the same picture with different company names. I don't know, so I'm not quite sure. I know Icon or iRock or something like that, they make decent stuff that fits, so maybe I'm gonna have to just order one from them, pay a little, $10 on top or something like that, but note that I'm getting something that will fit. So I'll go ahead and order those. They should be here next weekend. Also, a couple other things that should be here next weekend. I'll get installed as well. It's been something that I've been wanting to do since I've ever gotten to the car scene. It was one of the coolest things I've ever thought. You guys might not like it. Most people might not like it. And if you think you know what it is, go ahead and comment down below. Also, if you guys like the stock bumper over the cut bumper with the diffuser, comment down below as well. Let me know which one you guys like better. And I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night for the video. It's about 10 o'clock and it's still 91 degrees out. I'm sweating, it's hot. I'm a little sunburnt from being at the river all day. So go ahead and call it. If you guys haven't, please like, share, subscribe. Most of everything, please subscribe. I work very hard on making these videos for you guys, and I try to get them out at least once a week. You know, all it does is takes 2 seconds to hit that subscribe button. That's all I ask for. See you guys in the next video.